let's go to Kobe Bryant, right? I go back to Kobe, and a lot of people don't know that
the widow had a ticket for her never seen in public before boyfriend, but she chickened out at the last minute for the big event last night. And that is Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa Bryant, at the 2024 ESPY Awards.
So we all know in 2020, tragedy struck Vanessa Bryant's family when her husband, Kobe Bryant, and her daughter, Dwyane, passed away in a helicopter crash. As if this wasn't bad enough, that same year she had to deal with her mother taking her to court.
So Dwayne Wade didn't just throw shade, he detonated a bomb. On a podcast that was supposed to be about legacy, family, and basketball, Dwayne casually did the one thing Vanessa Bryant's managed to avoid for years. He said out loud who her new baby daddy really is. And this wasn't some vague word is or rumor has it moment. This was Dwayne leaning forward, looking dead at the host and saying the man's full name like it was nothing. Now, for months, people have been whispering. But when Dwayne said it, that was confirmation. And the name he dropped, not random, not harmless. This guy has NBA connections, controversial history, and a personal link to Dwayne himself.
Kobe's wife is pregnant, and here's who the father is. Vanessa Bryant, the wife of the greatest basketball player the world has ever seen. Kobe Bryant, an icon, a legend, a man who earned his place in immortality.
It happened fast. Dwayne was mid-interview, talking about the tight-knit nature of NBA families, how certain people stick together even after careers end. The host, maybe fishing for a playful reaction, says, like Vanessa, right? She's been seen with. Dwayne cuts him off, smiles, and says, you mean Paul McCormick? Yeah, that's it. That's the moment. No wink, no allegedly, just the name hanging in the air. The host freezes, eyes darting like he knows that wasn't supposed to happen. He laughs nervously, tries to pivot the topic, but Dwayne just leans back, like he said all he needed to. You can see it all go down here.
I'm not lying to you. I cut the TV off when I watched this. Watched Kobe run and grab the ball and celebrate. I was like, so what you gonna do? That was our summer free agency. They were dominating.
Within minutes, clips from the interview are ripped and reposted. By the time the podcast team deletes the segment from YouTube, it's too late. Twitter threads are already pulling old photos. Reddit's running timelines. Instagram gossip accounts have it in captions so blunt you can't miss the point. And here's where it gets interesting. That fan-recorded version, that's the only reason we even know what Dwayne said. If you're watching the league's edited upload, that whole moment's gone. No glitch, no fade out, just gone. So naturally, the internet did what it does best. It dug in. Because, let's be real, when a Hall of Famer like Dwayne drops a name in connection to Vanessa Bryant, that's not casual conversation. That's a warning shot. And the moment people found out who Dwayne was talking about, it wasn't just shock, it was deja vu. Because apparently, this guy's been here before.
Vanessa Bryant might be messing with Snoop Dogg on the low. She went to Snoop Dogg's concert in November 2023, and you see Snoop Dogg's hand on her shoulder. Some people might think that's okay and her to hold it back. No. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a glass of water, y'all. This is nasty work. This person in the comments talking about she's a grown woman, a widow, and Kobe would be happy.
And that's what made it explode even more. The man Dwayne named, he's not a public figure in the celebrity sense, but if you've been around the league, you've seen him. At games, at charity events, at after parties, always just behind the main names. And now Dwayne's telling the world that this isn't just some casual friend in Vanessa's circle, this is her partner. And if you think Dwayne just slipped up and let something private out, wait until you hear why this man's name coming from Dwayne hits so differently. See, here's what's really interesting. Before this, Vanessa had been a fortress. After Kobe's death, she guarded her public image with precision. Rare posts, limited appearances, nothing that left room for speculation. However, as y'all know, she's been facing rumors about her being involved with some men that were never really verified. What's interesting, though, is how those rumors quickly spread like wildfire and had people coming up with different theories and hot takes about Vanessa's love life. For example, here's one TikTok creator reacting to some of the names of men Vanessa was allegedly dating.
Vanessa Bryant might be messing with Snoop Dogg on the low. She went to Snoop Dogg's concert in November 2023, and you see Snoop Dogg's hand on her shoulder. Some people might think that's okay and her to hold it back. No. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a glass of water, y'all. This is nasty work. This person in the comments talking about she's a grown woman, a widow, and Kobe would be happy. Kobe would not be happy with Snoop Dogg, Pau Gasol, Rob Pelinka, or any of his close friends messing with with Vanessa Bryant. I don't care what y'all say in the comments. I mean, that's nasty work. I just really hope that it's not Snoop Dogg that's the one that's messing with Vanessa Bryant. Because we all know Vanessa Bryant been, what, single, unfortunately, now, since 2020. It's been, what, 4 years now? You know that she got to be messing with somebody on the low, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. You can't say that Vanessa Bryant hasn't messed with nobody for 4 years. Like, nah. But y'all let me know, what do y'all think? Is it okay for Snoop Dogg be the one that's messing with Vanessa Bryant? Crazy. But you already know what's up. I'm not excited.
Although Vanessa denied it all, the truth is that the signs were there. As you guys know, Vanessa still attended certain events, mostly Lakers-related, charity-focused, or tributes to Kobe. And in some of those moments, buried in the crowd shots or paparazzi snaps, there he was. A gala last year, Vanessa stepping out of a black SUV, smiling at the cameras. Behind her, the same man Dwayne just named. He's in a dark suit, no tie, looking away from the flashes. An NBA after-party in Miami. Vanessa laughing with friends. 3 feet away, he's leaning against a wall, talking to a known player agent. Even at a Mamba and Mamba Cheetah Foundation event, he's spotted in the corner of a wide-angle photo. At the time, none of it meant anything to the casual viewer. He could have been staff. He could have been a friend of a friend. But for people in the league, they knew exactly who he was. And here's where Dwayne's comment lands harder. This man had history in NBA business circles. He wasn't a player, but he was in on deals, sponsorships, and brand partnerships. And that's not just proximity, it's influence. Which makes you ask, why was someone with that background suddenly appearing next to Vanessa Bryant? The answer gets messier when you realize Dwayne and this man weren't just strangers. They had a run-in years ago that never fully went away. To give you some context, this goes back to the late 2000s and 10s. Dwayne was in the final stretch of his playing career, and his focus was shifting to off-court ventures, sneaker lines, endorsements, investments. One major deal involved a global sneaker brand trying to lock in multiple NBA legends for a long-term ambassador role. Dwayne was in talks, so was this man. Only he wasn't a player. He was operating as a brand consultant with deep connections to international markets. According to multiple sources, negotiations turned ugly. Promised percentages didn't line up. Certain names were allegedly promised exclusivity that wasn't honored. In the end, the deal collapsed, and many relationships got strained. Dwayne never mentioned the man publicly, but people close to him say it was personal, that he felt undermined, maybe even used. And you can tell from how passionate he sounds when he talks about it.
If you played against Mamba, but from someone's opinion that's never played against Kobe, has never played a game of basketball at the level that we played at, having him at 11, okay. Why am I up in arms about something like that? I remember when Kobe was alive, they had rankings when he played in the league and they had him low. I remember one year and Kobe addressed it. Like, who is these idiots? Like, why would I listen to these idiots? And I'm not calling the person who did this an idiot, but what I'm saying is when someone does something like that, Kobe was like, this is idiotic to me.
So, fast forward to now. Dwayne hears Vanessa's name in a conversation about NBA families and responds by naming him. And Dwayne didn't stop there. In that same interview, right after saying the name, he said, "Some people get close to families for the wrong reasons." That's not a stray comment. That's a warning. And it's why the internet isn't treating this like harmless gossip. Because if Dwayne's warning was genuine, then Vanessa's new partner might not just be controversial, he might be dangerous to her legacy. And here's where the story takes a much darker turn. You see, this wasn't some random dude from the sidelines. Number Dwayne had named a man with a very specific dating history. As you guys probably know, the internet has receipts for everything, and it didn't take long for people to notice a disturbing pattern. This man has been linked to at least 3 high-profile widows before. 3. Each time, the timeline was eerily similar. Celebrity partner passes away. The widow is spotted with him within months. Relationship fizzle, but not before some kind of business partnership gets announced. Now here's the kicker. Fans are calling him a grief chaser. Harsh? Maybe. But when the receipts line up this cleanly, it's hard to ignore.
They gave Vanessa a huge jackpot. After Kobe passed away, Vanessa calmly took over the approximately $600 million of assets that Kobe left behind. However, she has been frequently rumored to have various degrees of associations with multiple men. 1. Vanessa was photographed having an intimate interaction with an Italian man in a public place. The man even kissed her hair. 2. It is said that before Kobe's death, a white man had already been smitten with Vanessa. After Kobe's passing, Vanessa posted a photo of herself with him. 3. There were witnesses who said that they attended a party together and even brought the kids along. In fact, they were just going to celebrate the birthday of Rob Pelinka, Kobe's good friend. 4. It is said that Vanessa spent $25,000.
Hours after the clip hit social media, Vanessa made her move, quiet but calculated. She locked the comments on her last 3 Instagram posts. No explanation, no captions addressing the situation, just silence. And as you guys know, Vanessa doesn't respond to gossip. Her ignoring the the noise is standard, but actively limiting interaction? That's different. That's a signal. Then came the BOA Steakhouse sighting. Vanessa, leaving alone. No ring, no smile. Straight into a waiting car. But that wasn't the worst of it. First, people noticed that two of Vanessa's closest friends, women who have been in her life since before Kobe's passing, quietly unfollowed her. No public statements, no explanations, just gone. Then Gabrielle Union, Dwayne's wife, liked a tweet that said, "Sometimes people tell you the truth even if it costs them friendships." And that yeah, it didn't go unnoticed. Fans took screenshots. It spread like wildfire. Meanwhile, the man at the center of all this drama? Nowhere. No public appearances, no posts, no damage control statements. The reaction from folks online was a mix of curiosity and disbelief. Fans on Twitter started piecing things together. Old event photos, social media likes, business connections. One viral Twitter thread said, "Dwayne didn't just spill tea, he's protecting her from someone the league already knows." A Reddit user came through with side-by-side event photos from the past year saying, "He's been around longer than people think. Dwayne just said what's been obvious to insiders." And then there's the TikTok breakdowns connecting his business ties to former NBA controversies. Meanwhile, some fans are siding with Dwayne, framing him as the whistleblower. Others think he's reigniting old beef under the guise of protection. And just when people thought it might die down, someone noticed something on Vanessa's page that turned the debate into a full conspiracy. 2 weeks before Dwayne said his name, that same man liked 3 of Vanessa's Kobe tribute posts. To some fans, that crossed a line, being woven into her most personal public moments while quietly hiding the relationship. To others, it was proof that he's been playing a longer game. Right now, there's no statement from Vanessa, no denial from him. And Dwayne, he hasn't taken it back, which leaves the one question hanging over all of this. Why is this man in her life now? And what does he really want? If this man's history is what people think it is, then Vanessa isn't just in a new relationship. She's sitting next to someone the league's been whispering about for years. And if Dwayne's warning wasn't just petty, then this isn't over. Not even close.